What's up, bros? How are you guys doing? Today we got a push day. That's chest, triceps, shoulders, and abs. So I have to make this post real quick on Facebook. I already got it set up. I just got to hit post, but I have to go live first. It's key that I go live first. So now it's posting. And it is a push day. Chest, shoulders, tris, and abs. All right, it's posted. Very nice. Now, I always do a warm-up, a double warm-up. We're going to do a set of standard push-ups, and then we're going to do some suspension trainer push-ups, decline, just body weight. Get this angle. Angle is important. Angle is super important for the camera so that you can see everything. All right, we're going to get started now. I need my phone. It wasn't charging. One second. Phone is not charging. Well, that was a little unexpected. I have to actually charge my phone. It was plugged in, but it was unplugged at the same time. So I'm just going to have to estimate my rest times, or I'll come over here and have to set it, which isn't what I wanted. I have an idea. It's all right. It's just a minor setback. But I have an extension cord. My phone is about to freaking die, which is bullshit because I had it plugged into the wire, but it wasn't plugged into the adapter. I have it right there, which works for me. All right, so I got my water. Everything is set up. We're just gonna do our warm-up, double warm-up. Gotta get this done. Here we go. Got a lot to do today. Here we go. right. Just a quick 20. Then about 30 seconds or so. Rest. Let's get it. Second warm up. $15. Right. Now the fun part. First set, black band. Since that was a deep warm up. Oh, I actually know I'm gonna have to race up these a little bit because handles are already starting to touch the floor. I don't want them touching the floor. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Three. Wow. 3. That's insane. That's still super hard. But anyway, that's the warm up. And then the first set. Crazy. We'll need this as well. Here we go. Ugh. All right. Second set down. Now we finish with YOLO. I don't know why I'm yawning. I guess because I didn't get much sleep. I really didn't. I only slept about 5 hours, which is unusual for me. I actually usually sleep 7. I had a lot on my mind, I guess. Oh, wow. Oof. That was whew. Good set. Good set. And now we finish with just the vest. Yeah. Ah. 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 Broke my scab, yo. Damn it. Now my knee's bleeding. Stupid. Stupid. All right. All right. 5-minute rest now. We're on a 5-minute rest period. We just did 4 sets. So minute and a half to go. We're done 4 sets. Suspension trainer decline push-ups with the weighted vest and the resistance bands on the floor. We started with the heaviest band, work our way down, the lightest band, and finished finally with the vest. We have a 5-minute rest total. We're almost done with it. Then we move to standard flat push-ups on the suspension trainer. We're also going to start with the black band, which is the heaviest, then move to the pink, then yellow, and then just the vest. We're about there. Gotta get in position here. So the band itself goes across the back. It actually locks into the vest because there's a little divot in the back there, so it doesn't slide up. And then we got a lot of extra tension, plus the 50-pound vest. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn. I thought I'd at least get 3 on that. Didn't happen today. Last time we got 3. Now we move to pink. But we're trying to build strength right now. This isn't about a lot of reps. It's about high intensity, low reps. And as we lower the band resistance, we'll be able to get a few more in. But it starts off difficulty very high. I still feel that I should have gotten at least one more rep on that, but I'm not sure why I didn't get it. Last push day we did 3. We got 1 minute to go. And then we move into the next set. We're doing it with pink and then yellow and then no band for the 4th and final set. And this vest is 50 pounds. "20 seconds. Ah! Oh. Give me 5. Give me 5. Ah! Give me 5. Give me 5. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, failed on 5. Failed on 5. 2-minute rest. Then we move the yellow. I should be able to get 6, at least 5 or 6. So, chest is feeling it. It's not like a burn. It's more like a tightness. I guess you could call it a pump, but to really get that pump, you got to go higher reps, lower weight, higher reps. With the higher weight, you get more of a tightness than a pump. It's a little different. That higher weight, I guess from all the high tension, I don't know, it just makes you feel tight, like you're getting a bear hug from your own muscles. It's like your own body is giving your skeleton a bear hug, your own muscles. So we got the yellow band next. 15 seconds. That's it. We got to get in position. Oops. This band's a little harder to control because it's so thin, but it's locked in. Give me 6. Give me 6. Fitness gods, give me 6. Yeah. Slipped off, but oh well. we got 5. And the damn band keeps sliding down. It's the nature of the band because it's so thin. It rolls. Unlike the other bands have more of a flat surface. It stays in one place. That's okay. Who gives a shit, right? Next set. Just rest. I should be able to get at least 6 or 7. Two-minute, 30-second rest. So I just wanted to say, just by using the suspension trainer itself, doing push-ups from those handles, it's harder than a standard push-up. So the reason why, when you're doing a standard push-up, your hands are fixed on the ground. That ground is a stable surface that does not oscillate. It doesn't jostlate around. You don't have to stabilize it. It stabilizes you. Whereas this does not stabilize you. You have to stabilize it. And it swings. It's similar to a free weight dumbbell chest press in a way. But there's actually more momentum with more. It's light because it's so light. The handles are so light. You're, constantly stabilizing. Whereas with free weights, they're heavy. Even with dumbbells, you have that weight up in the air. It might move around a little bit, but because it's so heavy, it's not going to jostlate around so much. With this, because the handles are so light, they're constantly wanting to go every direction. So you have to develop those stabilizer muscles by doing this frequently so that you can keep the handles stable throughout the whole press. That's going to strengthen your chest, your shoulders, and help you to basically become stronger, not just through your primary skeletal muscle, but through the stabilizer muscles that are surrounding your skeleton that don't get trained a whole lot when you do a lot of standard weight training. But it's time to get that set. And what I mean is, when you get down here and you start to go, these bitches want to go every which way. And it's faster, a much quicker response to the left, to the right, up and down than, say, dumbbells. They move so quickly. And if you're not careful, you could slip. You could lose your coordination. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn, dude. I wanted 7. Was that 6? I think it was 6. Well, we're done with that. Now we can do core. So with core, abs, we raise up the straps. So we're gonna have to put our feet into these ankle straps here. About a foot from the ground or so. Should be good. Then we get into suspension trainer pikes. You're in like a push-up position, body completely straight as a board. And then Your feet are in the ankle straps. And you're basically creating an upside down V, a V or an A pyramid, actually, a pyramid with your body where your ass is rising up. You're using your core to flex your toes and bring your toes to your face. And you just do as many reps as you can. We're going to do 3 sets of that. And then we're going to go to knee tucks. Knee tucks, everything's the same. The position's the same. The starting position's the same. But instead of bringing our body up into a pyramid, we're just going to bring our knees up to our chest, tucking our knees in as far as we can while bending at the knee and keeping our shins parallel to the floor as much as possible. It's almost like a leg raise, like if you were to do a leg raise from a bar or from one of them leg raise machines, where you bring your knees up, similar to that, but we're horizontal. It's a great workout, and we're going to have the vest on while we do that, and it makes it harder. It definitely makes it harder. But we do have a 5-minute rest, about 3 more minutes to go, so I can explain everything in detail. So we got 3 sets of the pikes, 3 sets of the knee tucks. And we are going to go to failure on the final set of each, to the point where I can't bring my knees up or my back starts to collapse and my abs won't take over. As long as that happens, then we'll ditch the set and call it. It's only a 1:30 rest in between sets, shorter rest. It's shorter by 30 seconds because this is a core workout. You don't need as much rest for your abs. Not to mention, before we move to the knee tucks, we're going to have about a 3-minute rest. And not a 5-minute rest, but a 3-minute rest because it's still part of the same workout. I count the 2 exercises as one, like it's a double exercise, singular exercise set, I guess you could say. So it's not like 2 separate exercises; they're just conjoined together. I'll say that the vest, though, it makes it so that when you're horizontal, that weight's pressing down on your back, trying to push you to the floor. So you're using more core, you're using more abdominal muscles. I'm not gonna be able to do as many reps as if I were just doing free body weight. Normally I can do like 14 to 15 reps for the first set. I'm probably only going to get like 10 or 12. And then it's just going to significantly drop off from there. And by the time I get to like the 3rd set, I might only be getting like 6, 7, maybe 8. 30 seconds. I talked enough. We got to get in position here. So just like a push-up, hands out. Get your feet in them straps. These are ankle straps. They're there for a reason. Like that big loop on the bottom of the handle is for your feet. And we just bring ourselves up like this. V up. I actually got 13. My abs must be getting stronger. 13. I didn't get 13 last time. Minute and a half. Rest. I need water. Holy shit, dude. So this core workout is far better than doing crunches for strengthening your entire front abdominal section and your hip flexors, because your hip flexors connect from your pelvis to the femur, and your leg, the upper leg. That's the femur, right? But that part of the bone, it connects from the hip, pelvis to that, and it takes over a lot when you're doing any kind of crunch. And if those muscles are weak, your abs aren't going to get fully trained. So it's really important that the hip flexors as well as the abdominals are also strong. That way you can get the most out of your core training. And these exercises in nature, the way they target everything, trains everything evenly so that everything's going to be strong in the front of you, from, say, below the chest down to the thigh or knee area. Everything from here up to about right here, from here to here, is going to be insanely strong. Anytime you're stabilizing your body in a plank position, you're training those muscles, not just for aesthetics, but for functional strength. Oh, a little past my rest period, that's okay. So this hits everything. I'm like a crunch, where sometimes a crunch can isolate one part of the ab. This hits everything, dude. Everything across the board. Yeah. Oh, I tried. I gave it everything on that last rep there. Now, minute and a half. Hope you're getting something out of it. And we're going to get a massive pump check after this, because I have to take the vest off for shoulders, because we got shoulders next after core. So we'll get a nice pump check. I know it's going to look crazy. It seems like every week I look a little more defined every week that passes. And I'm working on improving my diet, getting it a little more clean. Less ice cream. Because I fuck with that ice cream sometimes, bro. And I'm going to cut back on that and just focus on the Greek yogurt. And my meals. And we should cut up a little bit. But my goal is not necessarily to lose fat or lose weight. I'm in a bulk phase. But reducing some of that sugar should help to reduce some of that puffiness. Like under the skin. It won't necessarily cut the fat, but it'll it'll help with some of that water retention. What's up, peeps? We got another set. The last suspension trainer pike, and then we go to knee tucks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, back's starting to collapse in. Abs are starting to give and not hold my weight. So that's how I know I gotta stop. I think I was only 6, maybe 7. So now we wait about, I say 2 or 3 minutes, depends on how you feel. Then move the knee tucks. So we're never at any point taking this vest off from the time we did our first set of push-ups to the 8th set onward to core. We're finishing core with the vest. And you don't start off this way. You work your way up to it. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks. It took me 13 weeks before I started using the vest. Everything else was just all body weight and some resistance bands. And now we're really starting to tap into some hardcore strength. Okay. Not just hypertrophy, not just muscle gains. We're tapping into some raw, primal strength now. Now's the time to get strong. And that you want to wait to do that. You know, if you're a beginner, you should focus on more reps. Focus on the reps. Focus on the form. Focus on your technique. Don't worry about a lot of weight right away. Focus on that form. Focus on that technique. And you'll get stronger just by getting the reps in. I'm talking 8 to 15 reps. And then once you reach a certain point in your training, once your body matures and adapts to that, up it. Just constantly progress and up your training difficulty. That's the progressive overload technique in play. Even when you're not adding the extra weight, you should still be focusing on getting either more reps in, slowing down your tempo so that it's harder, doing more sets, adding more exercises, more volume. Whatever the case, you should be focusing on progressing and going up. And then once you reach a certain point, start adding in a lot of extra weight so that it's much heavier, and then build up from there. And eventually you'll be able to add more and more weight over time. We're at the 3-minute mark, and we're going to go to knee tucks. Knee tucks, baby. Same position, same starting position. A minor change up in the contraction. Not much different, but it's easier than the pikes. That's why we're finishing with it, because we're already fatigued from the pikes. We're going to finish with the easier exercise. Don't want to burn out too fast. Figure I'd stop at 15. Let's see if we can get another 15. Two more sets. Minute and a half. Rest. Ah. 10 seconds. We got to get in. There's no way I was getting 15. Like I said, it's going to be a wrap off. 15 to 11. And probably like maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. Next. I think I'm just going to chill here. I wish I could have a set workout time. I really wish I could have a set workout time. That way everybody knows when I get on. And I could have it on like the best possible time, say after most people get off work, like around 6 or 7, when people are chilling at home. But with my work schedule, I just have to do it when I can. Yeah. That's it. All right. Abs are done, bro. Abs are done. Now, you can take the vest off because I'm going to move the shoulders. Actually, don't need this anymore. So because it's a push day, my chest and shoulders are looking crazy. 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 Oh, yeah. Looking good. Let's see if I can do black. I wonder. I haven't tried in a while. Try. Why not? Why not try it? Full 5-minute rest. My pump is starting to look nuts, dude. Oh my goodness. I mean, obviously I'm no bodybuilder, but not a bodybuilder. I don't consider myself a bodybuilder. I'm trying to be more of an athlete. All right, so we still got quite some rest break time here. About 3 minutes. Gives me a minute to break everything down. So we did 4 sets of suspension trainer, decline, weighted resistance band, push-ups, 4 sets of those with the 50-pound vest on, starting with the heaviest band across the back in each hand, worked our way down to just the vest, 4 sets. Then we took a 5-minute rest, moved to flat, took our feet off the chair. Now we're just flat on the ground, did flat, 4 sets, same way, kept the vest on, used the heaviest band first, work our way down to the lightest band eventually with just the vest. Then a 5-minute rest, move to 3 sets of suspension trainer pikes with the vest on for core. It's a core workout. And then 3 sets of knee tucks. Same way, feet in the ankle straps on the suspension trainer, bringing our knees to our face, crunching our abs. Then we took a 5-minute rest. And now We're on that 5-minute rest. We're about to move into 6 sets of shoulder presses. And we just did a pump check. And each week, I think, honestly, each week I'm starting to look a little more defined, a little crazier. But it's not about the looks for me. At least it's not the most important thing. For me, I want the strength, the health. I'm in it for the gains, the performance. It's just fun to be strong. I mean, who wants? And it sucks being weak and unhealthy. It sucks. And also, my sport. I want to get back into arm wrestling. So pretty soon we're going to start incorporating arm wrestling training. That's not yet. That's right after week 14. Week 15, we start to move into some arm wrestling training. And it's a 10-day phase. Right now we're on a 7-day phase. So in that 10-day phase, everything still stays the same. We're still doing all of our general training, but we add a block. It's a separate block of arm wrestling training, 2 days for 2 days, and then we have a 2-day rest. That bumps it up to a 10-day cycle instead of a standard 7-day week. So each 10-day cycle, obviously there's going to be 3 10-day cycles in 1 month. So in a month, every month, you'll finish 3 cycles, 3 10-day phases. And that comes very soon. We're about to start jumping into that. We only have 2 more workouts and then a rest day, and then we move into that phase. It's a totally new phase. It's a progression forward. Everything about my program is complete. It progresses. It's like a steady uphill climb. And it starts off very rudimentary, very easy for a beginner, and builds and builds and builds with time, which any good progressive overload routine should. All right, I talked enough. We're through our 5-minute rest. I said what I wanted to say. Now I got to try to get this heavy ass band. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but we're going to attempt it. And if I can't get it, I'm moving to blue. Blue band is a little lighter than this one. Black is the heaviest band I have. It's the heaviest band that they make for this band set. It's a 100-pound band. Maximum tension, 100 pounds. So technically it could be 100 pounds per side, each side. Maximum pull. And we're going to get it. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We fucking got it. Yes. Getting fucking strong, boy. We got it. Got it. The last time I tried that band, I couldn't do it. We got it, baby. We got it. And we're in a 2-minute rest period. Another minute and 30. Fuck yeah, dude. We fucking got that shit. That's bomb. That's how I know I'm making progress. Shit like that. Little shit like that. Just going from a step up from one band to the next. So that's pretty great. 1 minute to go. Oh yeah. We are on our way, baby. On our way. We are on our way. Rising, baby. Rising. Let's get the band. Not that one. Yeah. 4 counts. I don't care. We still got 4, baby. We still got 4. We still got 4. One more set with this. Then I'll move into blue. Got to drop the weight. We can't keep using this band, unfortunately. It's too much to keep going all 6 sets with, at least right now. Okay. Now we move blue. It's only a step down, but still black. All right. 3 more sets. 30 seconds. Been a little longer. Still got 3 sets. This band is easier. I can tell just by the way it feels. All right. Oh. I'm nuts right now. Next set. Next set, baby. Ah! Two-minute rest. Final set. So we moved from the black. We did 3 sets. 3 sets with black. This bitch up. 3 sets with that. It was like 6, 6, 4, or 6, 5, 4. And now we're moving to blue, which I was able to get like 9 or 10 the first set. And I know it was like 8. We got 1. But the gains are starting to look fucking nuts. And we're only just getting started. I mean, I surprised myself. I just didn't know it was going to be this rapid, this fast. I'm almost back to where I used to be. And it took a whole 1.5 years to get there. And it hasn't even been 6 months yet. I'm almost to where I was after a 1.5 years training. Lost it all, and I'm just gaining it all back, like faster, like 3 times the speed. And yeah, I've been eating good. I've been taking a good multivitamin, a good ass multivitamin, and creatine, which I wasn't last time. I wasn't taking creatine when I was in my best shape 3 years ago. Stopped and lost everything. Not only is the training better, my diet's far superior last time. Said my connection's unstable. Come on, you got this. All right, we're back. Said my connection was unstable, but we got it. All right, we're at that final set. Let's get it. No more wasting time. I mean, I'm just so happy that everything is going so good. Even after a shoulder injury on a bike. I rehabbed that shoulder, and it's not 100%, but I can do everything that I need to do. Yeah. Yeah. We're done with shoulders. You see how simple my shoulder routine is? We're not doing rear delt fly or side to front fucking lateral raises. We're not doing fucking what are they called? These types of pulls. We're not doing any of that shit, dude. It's just a straight up standing shoulder press. 6 sets. And look at them shoulders. Just from push-ups, decline, flat, and then shoulder presses. Telling simplicity is better than overcomplicating and having 3 or 4 different shoulder exercises and shit like that. You can get away with just one. Whether it's a military press, a dumbbell shoulder press, or a resistance band shoulder press like what I'm doing. This just mimics dumbbells. Yeah, the tension's a little different, but it's similar. And there's no momentum. So you can go fast, and that band is constantly pulling down. There's no momentum, so you can't throw that. You can't use momentum to get that up. It's just pure muscle power to get that band up. Whereas with dumbbells, you can kind of, you could press it up. You can use momentum to take some of that weight off. You can do that. and it's staying at that resistance level. Actually, greater, the resistance is higher at the top of the movement because the band's more stretched out. So when you're like, for example, like when I get here, I start to go up, right? Sometimes up because the tension it's increasing rapidly. So like up here, the tension's a lot more than like right here or here. Yeah. That's just the nature of resistance bands. So we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're moving to tricep pushdowns. So we just need a good band, any good band. I've been using a heavy band, green. Green is great. And I've been upgrading them. This is the last one I upgraded to, is green. I have a hook up here. It's just like a cable tricep pushdown. You know, when you go to the gym and you set that cable machine at a high point, you put your handle in there and you're pressing it down just like this, you're making the cable machine with the resistance band from a high point. We're just going to drag it back and we're going to, you know, push down just like a tricep push down. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can you can drag it out this way, so you can kind of drag it out and like almost turn your hands out a little bit like this, or you can have your elbows out in front of you and just pull it down like this with your elbows locked right in front. You can do it close, you can do it wide, depends on what you want. And if you attach handles, you put handles on the ends to change up the hand grip position. So if you want like an underhand or an overhand, so you can go like this, press it down that way, or do it this way. And if you just want like a hammer curl style, you want to pull it like this, you can just grab the bands straight with no handle, and it's more of a hammer curl press down. So there are just your variations right there. I've just been doing the hammer curl style lately. One style, we may change it up eventually, get the different angles, because it can hit different parts of the tricep a little harder when you change your hand position. You know what I mean? It can hit different parts of the tricep a little differently. Like if you want more of that horseshoe, I believe that it's an underhand like this. So when you're pulling out like that with an underhand, I believe that that's hitting more of this part right here. It's that horseshoe right here. Yeah, it's an underhand. So if you want that to come out more, this hand position like this. And you almost want to drag it out too. You want to almost like, so underhand position, drag it out like that. And that will hit more of the outer head here. So instead of having it like an inside, drag it out like that with an underhand, and you'll get more of that horseshoe right there. All right, so we're at our 5-minute mark. Let's get it. All right. Don't burn out yet. We got 3 more sets. So I would say the hammer curl position is good, best for the middle, directly behind the tricep. It'll build the meat in the back so that your tricep sticks out. Tricep. It's also good for power movements, like improving your bench press. Versus aesthetics, it's more of a, it's going to improve all of your like punching power. If you ever need to knock somebody fucking out, uh, you know what I mean? That hammer curl, or if you ever need to ground and pound somebody, right? That hammer curl style press. Go. I'm not doing it necessarily for that reason, but I performance aspects of it. I'm not really going for aesthetics, but if you're going for aesthetics, do more of these and more underhand. That'll hit more of the like inner part. So almost like a little bit underneath the armpit, right here, part of the tricep, and it'll build width in your arm. So you'll have going from the front view, like from a front view, it'll build width, and so that when people see you from like this angle, your arms will look thicker. That underhand, like that. And you can still drag it out as well. You almost want to like turn it in a little bit. You want to use your thumbs. Your thumbs should almost be going in like this as you're pressing it out. And that will hit really deep behind the tricep underneath. Yeah. So I hope you got some value out of that. We got to get another set. I'm just doing straight hammer curl style press downs right in front. That way, you know, if I ever got to clobber the shit out of somebody, it may never come to that, you know. But in all honesty, this isn't for fighting. It's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for arm wrestling. I'm working my way into an arm wrestling routine. Because I was so weak for so long, I didn't want to just immediately jump into an arm wrestling routine. I wanted to focus on my general strength from head to toe. Get that general strength built up, almost like you're training for like the military. You know, you want to be strong all around. You want to be fit. You want to have good cardio. You want your back to be strong. You want everything to be strong for the military. So in a similar manner, I want to be completely physically fit from head to toe, and then we're going to move into an arm wrestling style routine block. It's going to be that's attached to the general training. So the 7-day phase standard week cycle, you know, standard 7-day week cycle goes to a 10-day week, where instead of having 1 day of rest, we have 2 days of rest and an additional 2 days of training dedicated to arm wrestling training. Meanwhile, everything else stays the same, but our calisthenics movements are all modified. For example, when we do pull-ups and chin-ups, most people do pull-ups and chin-ups with a neutral grip. This is a neutral grip. Look at my hand. My wrist is not flexed. My wrist is not extended. This is a neutral grip. That's not what I'm doing. And chin-ups, I'm constantly focused on trying to flex my forearms. That's why that is so solid right there, because whenever I do my pull-ups and chin-ups, I'm like this or like this, pulling it to me. My rows, if I do rows, I'm bending my wrist. I'm bringing it to me while my wrists are bent. Also, towel rows. So I have a towel trainer. This is a badass device. You can make it from any towel. Just get yourself a nice towel, not a raggy piece of shit. Put duct tape in the middle and on the ends. Roll it up first. You can loop this over a pull-up bar. You can do chin-ups from it. You can do rows. You can hook it into your row machine or your band. Attach it to your band and row that shit. Or you could attach it to your suspension trainer, which I do a lot, and I row my body up, holding onto the towel. It will massively train your fingers, your hands, your forearms. If you want pop high like forearms, which that's what we're going for. And we're only just at the beginning here. So you see that now, this is going to get even more crazy. We're not even like, you don't even understand the levels that we have yet to climb. I'm only like in the middle of the stairs here. We still got half the stairs to climb. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. Let's get this fucking tricep push down. And once we hit a certain point, we're going to go into a maintenance phase. With the general training, we'll just keep that going just to keep everything strong. And then we'll just focus on constantly trying to get stronger in our arm wrestling movements. That way, I am getting better at arm wrestling. And then I got the table with others. We got to train with other arm wrestlers. That's the only way to really gauge your strength, is to lock arms with other arm wrestlers around your weight, around your level or weight category, and see what you can do with them. But everything that leads up to that table time is everything you do when you're not training on the table at home or in the gym. Most arm wrestlers nowadays have a routine, and they do maybe table time once a week or once every week, and that's the only table time they get in. Some people have the freedom to be able to get table time in. So you've got to mimic those movements. You got to find the angles, and you got to mimic that nature of grabbing someone's hand and pulling it to you or dragging it to the side. You have to mimic that strength, or that tension, I should say. One more minute. We only have one more. This is the last one. We did 3. I love arm wrestling, and I'm for arm wrestling. Can be taken all the way up into your 60s. It's a very age-friendly sport, so I'm not too old for it. Whereas like a lot of 30s, they start to lose their game. The injuries, the wear and tear on their body takes its toll. Usually after 30, dude, and you're not the same. You're not the same athlete as you were in your 20s or early, like late 20s, early 30s. You're not the same athlete. It's just you take too much wear and tear. With arm wrestling, you can cut, but things start to drop off really around 60. Even up into your 50s, you can still constantly be getting stronger. Just like Evan Lorette, and 2 or 3 in the world. There's a guy, his name's Levon. He's like the strongest arm wrestler that is right now. Levon, he's from Georgia, and just he's number 1, and there might be one above Devin. It's hard to say, but there's a guy named Vitali. I forget where he's from. I'm not sure if he's from Georgia or Russia or what, but I forget. But he's probably number 2, and then Devin Lorette after that. He's probably number 3. And Levon's not young. Yeah, Levon's probably approaching 40. You might be 35. It's hard to say. I'm 40, and there's an old guy, Todd Hutchings. He's killing it, and he's like 60. He's fucking badass dude. And even um some of them, they might be on TRT, they might be on some gear, but at that point, sometimes you have to hop on the juice once you reach a certain age to be on top of your game. It is what it is, whether it's TRT, a low dose from your doctor, or whether you're getting it through someone you know, uh, either way, um, as you get older, you might have to do that. I've never been on anything. I'm 40. I still feel good. I still get like, morning wood and rock hard erections. I think my testosterone's good. I really do. And I think it has gone up since we've been training. Um, Quite a bit, I would say. Perhaps even and have, so last and final point of tension, the door, but it's going to be at about elbow level, and it's going to go horizontally. We're going to drag it in like this. You may have seen people doing shoulder stability work like this, but we're going to drag it into our midsection like this, and that's going to build the rotational muscles in your shoulder. It's going to assist you with all of your primary pressing movements, going to help prevent injuries, going to help you stabilize heavy weight, and it's also going to help me become a better arm wrestler. And if you ever have to get into a fight, if you ever have to knock somebody's block off, not saying it's ever going to happen, but it does happen. Sometimes, maybe once in your life, it could happen. Or somebody's just fucking, you know, belligerent or off their rocker, and you might have to just show them what's up. If that opportunity ever arises, you're going to be able to throw a nice punch without hurting your shoulder, and also with all of the wrist stability work that we do, which is in our oh, I actually forgot to mention, yeah, pull days. That's where we train our wrists. We do a lot of wrist rotations, so the wrists are being trained in rotation along with flexion and extension. So the wrists are being developed. So if you ever have to hit somebody, you have a strong, stable wrist. You're not going to, fracture your wrist bone, or, like if you hit somebody, your wrist doesn't collapse and, you hurt yourself. Um, that goes in hand with the shoulder. So we strengthen the shoulder in all angles and strengthen the wrist in all angles, so that, well, for me, it's for arm wrestling, but it could be good for fighting. I would say if you're going to really train for the whole fighting thing, make sure you're doing push-ups on your knuckles. So you don't want to do it on like a hard, like cement surface. You want to do it on like an exercise mat or a towel, and start doing push-ups directly on your knuckles, and try different knuckles. Start with like your first finger and middle finger. Train on those two knuckles, and then alternate. Train on your pinky and then your ring finger. And you can even roll them too. Like there's an exercise where you like just balance on your you balance on your knuckles, and then you just roll your wrists like this, and you just stay in that position with all your weight. So you can do the push-ups on your knuckles, changing the angle of your wrist, and you can also just rock That way, if you ever have to, punch somebody, you don't break your knuckles. Their bones break, not yours. And it would also be good to train on a heavy bag if you're ever going to, prepare for something like that. Make sure you have a heavy bag, train the heavy bag, and then do some some boxing training. Get with a good, trainer. Could be a good boxing gym or whatever. Make sure you're doing that too, because they'll get you trained up with the dodging, the blocking, and all that. Whatever your martial art is, honestly. Wrestling's a really good one. I would honestly find a way to combine wrestling and boxing together. I think that would be probably the two best skills to have for a fight: wrestling and boxing. Maybe a little bit of kickboxing too, because now you can use your legs, you can use your hands, and you can also grapple if you ever need to grapple. But that's not what we're doing, although I would love to do that. And if I ever get the time to, I would love to train some wrestling, some boxing, and some kickboxing. I think will probably be my three favorites. Maybe some Krav Maga, that military shit. That's an Israel. I think that's Israeli. It's an Israeli military training, combat training. American as well. I think we did adopt a form of Krav Maga, but that's mostly a lot of deadly moves, a lot of simple takedowns, simple breaks, pressure points, and shit like that. You know how to strike people to just really fuck them up. It isn't about ground and pound like UFC or it's about knowing where to hit people, how to snap their shit up real quick so that you're the one that comes out on top. You survive, and they're the ones that wind up seeing the other side. Damn, it's burning. And this is high reps. That's what we're going for. We're going for a high repetition burn. Good burn. This will strengthen those stabilizer muscles. It's a smaller muscle group. Eventually, we will increase the resistance level and probably lower the amount of reps we do for more strength, more power. But for now, just 30, between, I'd say 15 and 30 is really good. We just alternate. There's no rest, there's no break. We don't need a timer, because when we're training one side, the other side's resting. So as I hit my this side now, my left side's going to be taking a break. And that's the only break it gets. Just the time that it takes to get this exercise done. 25 that time. And make sure I count on this side. Lost count last time. All right, 25. Whew. That is burning that shoulder. It's those rotational muscles. You can feel it. It's like it's a different sensation than doing presses. But you can also feel it in the chest as well. As I'm dragging it like this, I'm also getting somewhat of a chest workout because it's not just hitting those rotational muscles in the shoulders. You can see there's some chest engagement as well, but it hits the chest differently than like in a standard press. So, and we are actually getting chest engagement also on top of it. You can see the chest is tight. Now it's a little more relaxed. Now it's tight, but we're also hitting those shoulder rotational muscles. It's very unique. So you can see yeah, 20 is good. So we did 30, 25, 20. And that's good. A 5 rep drop off is good. $19, $20. That's it. We're done. Now we get the final pump check. So, because it is a push day, which is all chest and shoulders, triceps, that's what we're going to be showing off. Tricep. Okay. All right, so I appreciate you guys. That's everything I have for today. I have shit I have to do. I got to eat. I'm freaking hungry. Make sure you go check out my boot camp. It's my basement boot camp in the description. That's everything we're doing right now in detail, but there will be more coming because it's in the beta stages. So there's a lot I have to add. But everything there is you get the gist of the structure. It's a very big post. There's a total of 6 months of training, and we're only on week 14. So we still have like another 40 days to go till the 6-month mark. Okay. That's it. We have the 10. Oh, I wanted to say we have the 10-day cycle, the 10-day phase coming up, and it's a total of 4 10-day phases in that program. And then once we finish all 4, we've completed the 6 months. But we also have a deload week at the end of that. So you're gonna basically it's almost like a cool down phase where, so after doing all that heavy ass training, then you do a deload week, which is real light work. And then you do 5 days off, 0 training before starting over. Give your body 5 days to recoup completely, take off training. Eat well though. If you want some cheat days, have some cheat days, but eat well most of the time. And then after that 5 days is up, if you want to start back at the beginning of the 40-day, 10-day phase, start back at the beginning. Don't go all the way back at the beginning, like the very first day of the entire program. Just go back at the very first 10-day phase and then do another 40 days. You can just loop it. So do 40 days, then, deload, and then 5 days off, then another 40 days, deload, then 5 days off, and another 40 days. And that's pretty much, you can just loop it. You can also tweak it as you go. You can adjust exercises differently through different angles, different grips. You can make it your own. You don't have to stick to that exact format, but you can play with that and see where it goes for you. So that's it. We'll probably do that as well. I'll see you guys. Peace.